There we go. Awesome. What's up, fellas? It's your boy Lucho, man. And today I'm getting into my review for my Hellcat Pro, my 1,000 round review of the gun. I've put a lot of rounds into it so far. Really enjoyed shooting it. It's been a great experience. I would most definitely recommend watching the video throughout. Just if you have some some questions or some concerns, I'm gonna point out some things that I haven't seen in other videos that people have talked about, because I think there's a couple things that I would like to get changed, or there might be a couple things that you have questions on that you haven't seen in other videos that I might answer here. I think that so far with the gun I've had a lot of fun, but everything can be improved. Nothing's perfect. And so I'm excited to go ahead and get into the review of the gun. So first things first. First things first. Obviously YouTube, we are unloaded. Nothing is in the gun. No mag is in the weapon. But this is my Hellcat Pro. Now I've got a Verdian sight and a Streamlight TLR7 on here. When I bought the gun originally, it only came with my with this Verdian sight attached, right? This was what came with the bundle. I got a $692 bundle with it, or I got it for a $692 bundle. It came with 4 mags, 4 18-round mags, a to-go bag, and the sight. So all in all, I got a pretty good deal on it. I just recently went to go buy the TLR7, the Streamlight, to go ahead and get it put on there. Just wanted to check it out, put some round, or not some rounds, but some weight on the end of it, and really see how it operates. Mind you, I have not shot this TLR7, or this, I have not shot with the light attached to the gun. Never. This gun, or I'm sorry, the attachment, I just now added the light. I recently went to go purchase it, and I just had some time earlier today to go ahead and get it added. So I'll definitely have a review with, I don't know if it'd be a review, man, honestly. I don't think that you guys need me to review, 1, how it shoots with the light, 2, how it shoots without it. I mean, I think we all know that it takes a slight adjustment to get used to the the weight at the end of the gun, but I doubt it's that big of a deal. But my shooting experience so far with it has definitely been great. I don't think I've ever had an issue with it. I've fed it everything. I'm talking about regular range ammo, shitty ammo, man, obviously hollow, self-defense ammo. I even threw in like 2 mags of steel casing ammo just to see it. I think maybe once it could have jammed. I probably did jam once, but out of 1,000 times that I've put some ammo into it, I've gotten a malfunction once or twice, maybe, that I can't remember. That's how few I've had. The gun is a snappy piece of work. It is definitely a little bit of a sharpshooter, not sharpshooter, but rebellious shooter, I would say. It does have a little kick to it when you first pick it up and you first start taking some shots with it. I won't say that it's something that you're gonna be like, oh wow, this is just it's like my Glock or my FN. It definitely does, it definitely does have some kick to it. But with that being said, you really just got to break it in. Just take some time, just break the gun in, get used to that recoil. By 250 rounds, you'll be all right. You'll be like, man, this thing is it's easy to get down. I would say though, the one thing that I haven't really enjoyed with the gun is this trigger. Now, the trigger for the Hellcats are notorious for being bad. Like, we know they're bad, right? And the next upgrade I think I have on this thing is probably going to be buying a new trigger. Everybody gets the Apexes, so that might be what's on my list. Honestly, that might be the thing that I go ahead and go get. But I'm thinking about, other things. I'm looking into other triggers, but the trigger is definitely one of the things that I would consider getting changed on this thing. Even at, 500, 600, 700, you would probably want to get the trigger changed. Like I said, the only reason I haven't, it's just I really wanted to get to a 1,000 and see what else I can do. Or just, I don't know. I really just don't know why I haven't changed it yet, honestly. The trigger sucks. I'm gonna be honest. Like, this thing, it's not like Glock's trigger. It's not like, let's say, FN's trigger. It's just I don't know. It's not too bad, but it's not the greatest, right? Like, I like the design, I like the safety feature that you have to pull it or you have to put it all the way on and then, to get it to pull. But if I'm being honest, like, it's not the best, right? It's really not the best. And so would I recommend getting a new one or getting it switched out? I definitely would. That'd be my only con with this thing. For me, I love it, right? I have, bigger hands than the average person. So I'm not a big guy by all means. I'm, 6'2", 6'3" on a good day. So it's definitely something that's comfortable with my hand, right? A 43 or, a 19 was kind of nice, but a 43, it kind of just didn't really fit my hand the way I wanted to. And, FNs, they all leave my pinky off, almost completely off the gun. So it's just not a comfortable shooting experience because when the gun is, kicking back and recoiling, obviously, sometimes my pinky might slip off and boom, right? That's a disadvantage. I won't be able to shoot as accurately. But for me personally, the gun is bigger than most compacts. It's definitely worth the size for me and the length of the gun because it just feels nice in my hand. It feels comfortable. I can grip it. I can grip it comfortably. I have no issue with, putting a mag in and having it, and I'm completely fine, right? Now, let's talk about the other mags, the 18 round mags that come with the gun. They add a nice feature to it that give it a bump. I'll go ahead and go grab one real quick. Now, this is the 18 round, right? The steel casing. This is the ammo I was shooting through it. Some bullshit, man. It sucked. Shitty ammo, cheap ammo, bro. I just really wanted to see if there was anything I could shoot through it to break it, but it stood the trial, and the gun definitely worked as expected. But this is the 18, and boom, that extra length definitely feels nice when you're carrying it. Mind you, it is a little uncomfortable. Not uncomfortable, I would say, but the gun definitely prints with the mag, the bigger mag. But when it's the 18, you can definitely grip it. When, if you have big hands, I would definitely recommend the Springfield. And getting this 18 round mag, it just gives you that size. It makes the gun look, it definitely makes the gun look nice. It's a really, really great addition, and I'm super happy I was able to get 4 of these. It's a lot of fun at the range to go ahead and get these things loaded up, and just run. All right, as I was saying, so that's my shooting experience with the gun so far. Let's talk about this sight and this light, right? Obviously, the gun is cool, but we like to talk about attachments, right? We're not spending just $600 on a gun and not having anything added to it, right? Mind you, this came with the Verdian sight. Verdian is, I'm not too sure of how reliable they are. This sight I personally have had no issue with, but it's not a hollow sun, obviously. The hollow sun is, of course, probably the leader in sights for weapons in general, but it does its job. It's a good sight. It definitely hasn't failed me yet, and I don't know if I would say I'd get it with the gun I get. If it didn't come with the bundle, I probably wouldn't get it, just because I could just go get a hollow sun. But it came with it, so I'm gonna use it because it's what came with the bundle, right? Now, the light is the TLR7. This thing was the hardest thing to find for the last 2 days. I was gonna order it online, but you know, I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and try to find it in person, see if I can get it somewhere. And it was sold out everywhere. Everywhere I went, there was nowhere that had it. Nowhere nearby, at least. And it was hard to find. And that's weird, because Georgia isn't, you know, necessarily the hardest place to get things, but I guess people just really wanted to put their stream light on, you know, their weapons. But it definitely gives it a nice dimension. The gun feels a little heavier, of course, because it's a sight. I mean, I'm sorry, it's a stream light, man. It's gonna add some weight to the end of the gun. It's gonna make it, you know, a little bit heavier because you're adding something to it. The light works perfectly though. It was a little bit of a hassle to get attached, because when you buy the sight, they come with this metal plastic thing on the rails that you have to take off in order to put it and have it flush to the Hellcat, right? You see how mine is all the way over here with the buttons right here? If you have this thing added to it, it'll only stop somewhere over here-ish. Like maybe like right here, it'll stop. And so your fingers have to move all the way up to almost the end of the barrel to flick the buttons on and off, right? Mind you, I have bigger hands, so I guess I could do it, right? But you know, somebody with smaller hands, right, isn't gonna be able to reach that button comfortably. They're gonna have to reach over, press that button, and then reposition their hand on the gun, right? And that's just not practical. It'll take up time. It'll take up, you know, seconds that you may need to go ahead and save your life. So that's why I recommend, if you get the TLR7, to go ahead and remove this piece, take this piece off, and then fit this all the way to the back. That way it's not as hard, right? Your hands are boom right here, fingers are right here. You can draw the weapon, and again, YouTube, nothing in here, right? You can draw the weapon, boom, boom, shoot, right? No problem. All you need. That's as far as the TLR7. Now, I really have enjoyed the gun so far. 1,000 rounds in, really have not had any single complaint. It shoots well, it's super reliable, and it feels good. It feels good in the hand. It feels great to shoot. It looks nice. It's not something you're just gonna look at. It's a boring gun, you know. It's not a Glock. It's not an FN. It's not a Smith & Wesson. But it'll get the job done, right? And I think personally for me, it's what I liked. You know, if you're looking for something that's gonna work, you're looking for something that isn't gonna fail, that looks good, there's a lot of stuff for it, and you know, you can run anything through it, I would recommend a Hellcat Pro. That's just my take on it. Obviously, some people have some differentiating opinions, but you know, that's everybody, right? But yeah, man, all in all, that was my review of the Hellcat Pro. Definitely would recommend it, man. Very, very good gun. Super fun. Reliable. You can't go wrong with it. If you're looking for one, I'd recommend getting it. But that's my review of my Hellcat Pro. I appreciate you guys for watching. If there's any gun you guys want me to go ahead and go get, I'm thinking about getting something in the next week. I'm deciding between a MMP Smith & Wesson 2.0, the 10mm though, because I really want to get something like that, or something else, man. Just give me some comments, shoot some shit down, let me know what you guys want to see. 20 likes and I'll go get that Smith & Wesson ASAP. But I appreciate you guys for watching, man. Thank you guys so much. Y'all have a good one, bro.